Hello, everybody. Welcome back, Coast to Coast podcast. Your host, Squog and Dylan. Squog, where the hell have you been?
Been walking, doing that midnights.
Yeah, and then
Sucks.
we got basketball going too.
Yeah,
Uh,
basketball.
Give us a little update on the basketball team.
0-8 and not doing so good.
0-8 and not doing so good. A little context on Squog's basketball team. Squog, me and Squog grew up in the same area in a small town of I grew up in the small town of 4,000 people, or 7,000 people, sorry. Squaw grew up on the outskirts of the town in a small town called Ewing that doesn't have a high school. They come to our high school. And Squaw, how many were in your graduating class?
28.
28 in his 8th grade graduating class. I think Squaw, if I'm correct, Squaw, your basketball team has what? Probably out of your 8th grade boys and 8th grade girls. You're co-ed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're co-ed. You have probably in 8th grade, what, 6, 7 players?
8th grade, we have 9 players.
9 players, yeah.
And don't get my record and the varsity record messed up. We're 12-2 with varsity.
12-2 with varsity, but okay. What you coach? What, 6th grade?
6/5th, yes.
And how many 5th and 6th graders do you have on your team?
13. But
how many 5th
I have
and 6th graders?
my 6th graders are basically the C team.
Okay.
All the A and B all on JV.
Okay. But the whole point of this is that you have out of 6th graders 28 to pick out of, and the best ones play up at the higher level.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So 0-8, but you're just getting them better to move on, pretty much.
Yeah, let's just say I'm getting better. Not moving on. They're never probably not going to be.
Okay. Fair enough. I have been terribly sick. I was sick before Thanksgiving. I just got over it probably Wednesday. But then on top of that, Friday was my wife's birthday and yesterday was my birthday. So we just haven't been able to be around to record. But I mean, we have kept the bet league going on. We are going to get you updated with it. We're going to make sure that you see how everybody did in week 12 and week 13, and you can see week 14's picks. We're not going to go back and talk about all these games, but we are going to show where we're at. So last everybody looked, we were in week 11, and this is coming up on the screen. In week 11, Josh and me were tied for first place. Then Alex, Squad, Caden, Bobby, Ram, Nick, Will. Week 12, Josh and Alex. Alex jumped me. I had my worst week at 2 and 3. Squag had a good week. 3 and 2 came up. He came up within 1 of me. And then we have a little bit of separation, 37 down from 39 and up. Okay. Week 13, so we didn't get to talk about these picks. The standings stayed the same at the top, except Alex took the 1-game lead by himself. And then me and Josh at 44. Squog jumped down to 42. And then everybody else is still 3 points down. And Will got his first tie, so he's at 37.5. And then finally, we are at week 14 picks, and this is what it looks like. And 3 out of the 4 top people are already starting off with a loss. My thought about this was, my thought about this was, the 30.5 was too much fun to not take it. Usually, you don't want to root for points. Usually you want to root for points. You don't want to root for unders. 30.5 is a fun under to root for. And then Bailey Zappi was just too electric to let that happen.
Him and Zeke.
I went to bed. I because I was still kind of getting over being sick and I had 2 big days because 2 birthdays to celebrate. I went to bed when Bailey Zappi went down and scored 7, and then Mitch Trubisky came down. They scored 3. I was like, and they had 10 points in the first 8 minutes of the game. I was like, I'm so mad about this. So I didn't watch most of the game, but I did catch up on highlights. Steelers fans booing and wanting Mason Rudolph, I think, is complete bullshit when Mitch Trubisky has been a great backup.
Oh, yeah.
And you wanting Mike Tomlin out, Steelers fans, is complete bullshit because he has been – there are probably right now 17, 18 teams that would hire Mike Tomlin on the spot over the coach they have.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
more. Maybe more.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
More. It's just not a good situation right now. Yes, you're falling out of the playoffs, but Steelers fans, do you want to be in the playoffs right now with – I guess this is the year you kind of want to be in the playoffs in the AFC, even though it's stacked with all the injuries that are going on. But you're not going to do anything. Them calling for Tomlin's head is insane to me.
Oh, yeah. He's never had a losing record, and you want to get rid of that.
And right now, you're out of the playoffs. You're 7-6, but you still don't have a losing record, and you're in a very tough AFC. Very tough AFC.
Yeah,
and there
you
has
don't
been a
have
lot
a
of
good QB either.
There has been a lot of injuries, like Trevor Lawrence has been out. I guess he's going to possibly play. But Deshaun Watson, Anthony Richardson, Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers. I don't think this is a huge one, but Ryan Tannehill. There's been a lot of quarterback injuries.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're 7-6 in this very tough AFC where there are 13 teams right now within 2 games of the playoffs with 4 weeks left. And every team in the AFC is mathematically alive in the playoffs, even though the Patriots are there. I don't think there's less than a % chance they make it. Every team is mathematically still alive, and you're 7-6 calling for your coach's head when you have a very bad offensive roster is insane to me.
Yes.
Yeah. But other than that, this is our picks. Squog, do you and your dogs have a favorite pick that is on this board that is not one of your picks?
And that's not one of my picks?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Jackson. I like the Detroit and Chicago.
Over?
Wait, that's me. That's me.
I was about to say the one underneath.
I couldn't even remember what mine was.
I like Rams, Indy, and Cincinnati over. Jake Browning was electric last week. Indy,
kind of scary though. It's kind of scary though.
I don't know. Indy's been hitting overs every time. I know the Bengals defense is all right, but you just gave up 31 to the Jags, and Lawrence got hurt when they had I think they had 21. So you gave up 10 to CJ Beathard. I don't see a world where that doesn't hit the over.
I see a lot of competition with it. Me and Ram with the Chicago game, and then a lot of the Tampa Bay, New Orleans.
We do have a lot of that. We have 3 Tampa Bay, New Orleans unders going against Alex, who has the over. We have a couple Detroit and Chicago. We have an Indian Cincy. And I think that is. I took the Rams plus 7.5. So we do have some head-to-heads, which is exciting. But I think my favorite pick that's not mine is the Indy Cincy over.
Okay, maybe looking at it, I might like Josh's minutes. Is Jefferson back? I haven't seen.
Jefferson is back, and Josh.
Okay, I think I like that one.
And Josh is at that game today.
Is he? Oh,
he is at that game today, and he just went to the concert in the Las Vegas Sphere. So Josh is living his coast to coast life right now.
I
Josh
thought you
will
were
be
about to say you've been on a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, Josh will be back with us soon as well. Let's talk the games. We're not going to go back and recap everything. We're just going to kind of hop back on the train that we're on.
Yeah, the games are coming on 3 hours.
Yeah, and there's not too many good games, not too many bad games. I think
Yeah.
they're all kind of. I think that we just got to
Got the playoffs coming.
Yeah, and like here's the thing, like a lot of these games are important. Every team and there's 31 teams mathematically live in December for the playoffs. The only team that's mathematically eliminated. The only team that's mathematically eliminated is the Panthers.
Actually, no. Are they mathematically eliminated?
They are officially
with
mathematically eliminated. Yes, they're officially mathematically eliminated.
I mean, I'm loving the who is it? Oh, the Steelers. I'm loving the Steelers that they're actually losing because they gave a win to the Arizona and now to Patriots, and that locked up Chicago's number one almost.
That is the big thing we didn't talk about. That is pretty much. I mean,
in 5 days.
You can't tell me that the Carolina Panthers have 2 more wins left in them. You can't. Chicago, congratulations, Chicago. You officially have the number 1 pick. You have the shot of taking Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams or Marvin Harrison.
My guess is Squog, they're going Drake May.
Drake May?
I think Drake May.
I hope we keep.
The second time that they're going to take a North Carolina quarterback over a really good quarterback.
Oh, don't do that to me.
First game we got Tampa Bay and Atlanta. This game's going to be a typical NFC South fight. Both teams, huge game for both teams for the standings for their division. If Tampa Bay wins, Atlanta 6-7, Tampa 6-7, and then Saints are 5-7, and the Saints have the Carolina today. So I mean, we have a chance of seeing all 3 NFC South teams at 6-7.
The thing, not Panthers, but the Falcons will still have the division still.
Falcons, as of right, let's see here. Falcons, NFC South. I was just on it. Falcons and Bucks would both be 4-3, so it'd come down to another. Oh, sorry, that was conference division. They'd both be 3-1 in the division, so it would come down to another tiebreaker. I don't know how they did their first game against each other, but anyway, big game for a home game in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, Buccaneers need to win.
Yeah, I would like to see the Buccaneers win. I'm big on Mike Evans. I know some people like him, some people don't like him. I think that
very underrated.
Yeah, he and I want to say very underrated at the same time, not underrated. It's just that he's a very, 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 very as a Hall of Fame receiver.
Oh yeah,
that doesn't get talked about enough.
Yes.
So I would like to see him go out there and get a home playoff game. Even though I did live right next to the Falcons, and I love Dirty. I know Dirty's probably not watching, but I would like to see the Falcons win for Dirty. But the NFC South has to win this game to make the playoffs. You have to win the NFC South to make the playoffs, which is crazy to me that there's 3 teams that are all going to be 6-7, and only one of those teams is going to make the playoffs. Just because it's such a tight division, you would think you would see another team in the playoffs. But for another team,
it's 6-7 though.
But I'm just saying it's crazy to think that it's such a tight division race that if it wasn't a division winner making the playoffs, no team would make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, technically right now the Falcons would, because they're 3-0 in the division, which is better than like a Packers that are 2-2 in the division. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy to see that. The next game we have up, Squog, Detroit and Chicago.
Yeah.
Detroit could win this. Or sorry, Chicago could win this game.
We should have won the last game.
I know. Are you rooting for Chicago to win games at this point, or are you rooting for Chicago to?
It's I don't know. It's hard to root for them to lose. It's hard to have a team and root them to lose.
I get that, but like at this point in the season, you're out of the.
I think we still have a shot. If
You
we
still have a
just
shot,
win
but-
out. I don't know. I don't know our schedule. It's like I know we face the Packers.
You're 4-8. You're 4-8. You have 4 teams 6 through 9 right now are 6-6. So you have to outlast 2 of those 4 teams to probably make the playoffs, including there's still 3 teams ahead of you in that sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're at the Browns next. They're on the 4th string quarterback.
Yeah.
You have the Cardinals after that, 3-win team. You have the Falcons after that, and then you have the Packers at Green Bay. You have a chance if you could beat the Lions. You have a chance to win the next 3. I just think you're too deep in the hole to have all these teams that you need to lose.
It's a good possibility. Games. Yeah, it's
especially
definitely an uphill battle.
Your biggest tiebreaker of the division, you're 1-3 in. So the Giants are 4-8. They have a better division. Saints are 5-7. They have a better division. Bucks are 5-7. They have the better division. Seattle's gonna have a worse division at 1, but they're still 6-6. Rams, Packers, and Vikings all are better division records than you.
Well,
Vikings do have the Lions twice too.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the Bears can do it. I just don't think they do. I think the Lions they've been playing a little sloppy. I think they come out and make a statement here.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think
it's hard. I hope we win, but then I'm not upset if we lose. I
think the best game.
I want Fields to have a good game because I think he can be all QB. We just need to build around him.
I think the best game of the morning slate and the most important game of the morning slate. Actually, there's 2 of them, but the best game is going to be Indy and Cincy.
You think that's going to be the best morning game?
I think it's going to be the best morning game. Indy, as of right now, is the 6th seed. Cincy played very, very well. They are the 10 seed, but they're 1 game apart. I would like to see Cincy win this, makes the playoffs more interesting. Indy's playing good football, Squog. Is Shane Steichen a coach of the year this year?
Ooh. Nah.
You lose your starting quarterback. You're 7-5. If you win, you have a
your
chance.
Starting QB is a rookie. Well, let's not be.
But
we don't know how good he is.
He looked pretty good when he was in.
I mean, that's the beginning of the season.
You got Gardner Minshew leading your team after winning 4 games. You're 7-5 right now. After winning 4 games the year before, you cut your captain linebacker, and you're
that was a big one. That shocked everybody.
The whole Jonathan Taylor problem you had this year. You're 7-5, and he's on the team looking good.
Gave him his contract.
Your division has 3 playoff teams in it right now. Jacksonville's in the 4th seed. You're in the 6th seed. Texans are in the 7th seed, and you're 7-5.
See, that's
I don't see any world if they don't make the playoffs, and you're only 1 game out of your division right now.
See, mine coach of the year candidate will go to your division rival.
Which one? D'Amico Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's whoever makes the playoffs. But all 3 of these teams, both those teams too, have a chance of winning the division. You have a banged up Trevor Lawrence, which we're going to talk about next because they play
Yeah.
the Browns. They play the Browns, and that's an 8-4, 7-5 matchup. Also, you have these two games right here.
No, the playoff games.
Exactly, and you have a chance to boot two of these teams from a playoff spot to out. If the Bengals win and the Jags win, and everything else lines up. I mean, I don't know the head-to-head situation between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, but they have Pittsburgh has a better division record. That boots Cleveland out.
Mm-hmm.
Colts lose. Colts lose. Bengals. I mean, it's just Bengals got the head-to-head.
It's a lot of possibilities.
It's hard to wrap my brain around how much movement there could be. These are big games.
Yes.
These are big games. We have a possibility of seeing two teams being booted out. Bengals could possibly. I would say if the Bengals lose, they're going to be mathematically eliminated at this point with how many 7-5 teams and possibly 6 and 6. Or sorry, there'll be 8-5 teams and 6 and 7 and 6 teams. While they're going to be sitting at probably the 11 spot, maybe even at this point 12 and 13 if the Raiders and Chargers win. Bengals must win this game, and then I think the Browns must win their game against the Jags.
Oh yes, they have to. It's a must win for them too.
You're on your 4th string quarterback. You're on your star running backs out. Myles Garrett's hurt. It's just it's crazy day, Squog, and I am so excited for this.
Every week it's playoffs. You have to, if you want to be in playoffs, you must win.
Yeah, and let's see. Trevor Lawrence and ETN are questionable. Cooper's questionable.
ETN is playing.
Yeah.
I don't know about Lawrence.
Game time decision. That's just tough because I don't know if Myles Garrett is out. He's not on the injury list, but I'm pretty sure he was pretty banged up after the last game. So I'm guessing since he's not on the injury list, he's in. But a banged up. I think a slow Trevor Lawrence with a hurt ankle and knee that is able to play is better than CJ Beathard in there.
Yes, probably.
We don't need to talk much about this next game other than Saints must beat Carolina.
Yes. Yeah. You cannot lose to Carolina.
You can't lose that game.
You can't lose. Only thing is it's a call. Is he playing?
I would rather Carr not play and see Jameis Winston at this point.
Really? Okay.
I like J-Mo.
Like J-Mo.
I'm surprised no team like a Jets or when Kirk got hurt. Did Kirk get hurt before the deadline? I'm just surprised no one came after J-Mo.
Yeah, no. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It was 30 for 40.
Because you got
5,000 yards too in one season.
They got Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
He's probably not the best at throwing the ball, but they run a lot of offense through him. I don't know. I'm just surprised that didn't happen. Okay, we talked too much about Carolina.
Oh, we talked about New Orleans, not.
We talked too much about Carolina game.
Oh.
Okay. Houston, New York, Jets. Have you seen the drama in New York?
No. I have. Yeah.
They told Zach Wilson he's going to play. He didn't play, or said he didn't want to play, but then it came out that was a lie, and they got rid of Tim Boyle after using Tim Boyle as a spark, and then it was supposed to spark the offense a little bit. Zach Wilson start Tim Boyle. Then they wanted to spark the offense and sit Tim Boyle and get Trevor Siemian in, which was worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to stop blaming Zach Wilson. He's bad, but it's not all his fault.
Yep, no. Might be doing some coaching.
Now, Houston must win this game.
Houston, yes. They don't have Dell.
Yeah, no Tank Dell. You still have the Jets' really, really good defense. Zach Wilson is coming back, and he moved the ball better than the other two quarterbacks.
It's hard.
This is
It's
in the
hard to do
metal.
worse.
This is in the Meadowland. Jets might escape with this win, Squog.
They could. They could. But I think Texans might get. I think CJ Stroud might still.
I mean, you're counting on Noah Brown and Nico Collins to beat Sauce Gardner and Reed there. And that pass for I don't know. It's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be better than the records show and what we think. I would like to see Houston win it for Stroud, but I also need some breathing room for the Jags. So yeah. Another game. Another game that I think is going to be sneaky. I'm back to having 4 games on my TV today.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna have Indy, Cincy, Jacksonville, Cleveland. 2 must-haves on the TV.
Must.
Red Zone will be my other one. The other game that I'm gonna have on my TV, because I took the Rams plus 7.5 against the Ravens. The Rams are hot. They're looking good.
Yeah, getting their halfback back has lit a fire underneath them.
Right now, they're in the playoffs. Right now, they are the
really
one game out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
sorry, but Vikings and Packers and the Rams and the Seahawks are all 6-6. Seahawks we're going to assume is going to take an L today against the MVP favorite Brock Purdy. But in the 49ers,
like you're taking jabs.
I will. We have a lot of fun talks in our chat about Brock Purdy, so just a little subtle jab right there. Rams are right there in that playoff hunt. I just think that 7.5 is a lot of points for how well the Rams have been playing.
They've been playing well, but that defense on the Ravens is no joke.
Yeah, but like the Puka Koopa combo. And you have
Is Cooper playing? I know he's like injured.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. Last I checked, he's playing.
Oh,
yeah. He's not even on the injury report.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it's gonna come down to who's got the ball last in this game.
Really? Okay.
One game that I'm gonna have. I might not have Red Zone on in the afternoon. I might just put all 4 games because I can also flip the volume of each game. Because you can pick which game you want the volume on. And the only reason why I'm gonna have all 4 games on because Josh is gonna be at the Minnesota Las Vegas game, so I want to keep up to date with that one.
Yeah, Minnesota, you just want to see Josh on TV.
Yeah, but also I'll text him throughout the game, so I'll be like, oh yeah. But Justin Jefferson's back.
That's big.
Vegas is kind of came down to earth since their coaching change. They did lose 2 straight. They were to the Dolphins and Chiefs though, and they weren't out of those games.
Yeah, and they're in it to the very end.
I think this is gonna be a very good football game. Both teams.
Who's the QB? Who's the QB? Do we know who the QB is for Minnesota?
They're playing Dobbs.
They're playing Dobbs. Okay.
Playing Dobbs.
I like I said, I've been so busy. I don't even know what football.
I just think it's a good game. Both teams are in the hunt. Raiders have the least chance. I wish I had the percent of chance of making the playoffs. There's a playoff picture here. Let's see this. Oh my God, there's an NFL playoff machine too. We'll click on that. But Vikings are in right now. Vikings have the Lions twice. I think both teams have a tough road. Let's see here. To make playoffs, there's a little percentage thing here. It doesn't even have the Raiders on there. It doesn't even have the Raiders on the percentage to make the playoffs. But Vikings have a 50% chance to make the playoffs. So, I would like to see the Vikings win this game. So.
I don't.
Dude, well, yeah, you need them to lose for the Bears, but
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be Aiden O'Connell versus Josh Dobbs, but I think it's going to be a very good football game.
It's going to be a Devontae Adams versus Jay Jetts.
If the quarterbacks can get them the ball.
Yes, it's true.
Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. The other game I'm going to have on my TV, the volume will be on this game every time it's touching the TV. Oh, I skipped the game. It's okay. We'll talk about this game. Well, it's okay. I'm going by time order. I said 4:05 game. But the other 4:05 game is Seattle versus San Fran. The line has jumped. The line jumped last time I checked from 10.5. It's now at 11.5. At one point, it got up to 13.5. 49ers win this game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Geno is questionable.
Seahawks don't play good against in the division. It's out of the division that they play good.
Yeah. Geno's questionable. 49ers are great. They're good. 49ers, I'm saying right now, they are the best team in the NFL. They're the team to beat right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a huge argument about not argument, just I am on the Purdy train. I think he's a good quarterback. He makes plays. He could throw the ball on where he needs to on the field.
Very smart.
Last week, I do agree. Last week was a short passing, and the receivers broke out touchdowns. But it's not always like that. He makes those back shoulder throws to Ayuk. He throws the ball around the field. He makes good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
He deserves to be the MVP favorite if it's a quarterback award.
Yeah,
if it's not,
it's definitely a quarterback award, but
it's definitely a quarterback award.
Yeah.
The best player in the NFL, the best season going on in the NFL is Tyreek Hill without a question.
Without a question. It's either Hill or Brock Purdy's teammate McCaffrey.
Those are the two best players, but the best season is Hill. I think the only way a quarterback doesn't win the MVP is if Hill breaks 2,000 yards. I don't see a way they don't give Hill the MVP there.
Yeah. You got to give it to him.
But 49ers, I think if Geno doesn't play, they cover the spread. If Geno plays, they cover the spread.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
Why? Who's going to stop Brock Purdy, Squog?
Oh, I thought you said Seattle's covering the spread. You think you're saying 49ers are covering the spread?
Yes. If Geno doesn't play,
I thought you said Seattle was going to cover the spread.
No. If Geno doesn't play, 49ers cover the spread. If Geno plays, 49ers cover the spread. 49ers win this.
Oh, okay. I mistold you there. Okay.
Yeah. Buffalo, Kansas City. This is the game I'm going to have my volume on for that.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah. Best game of the day slate. The Sunday night game's better, but Josh Allen. Josh Allen has to turn it on. Looking at the playoff machine, Bills have a 24% chance of making the playoffs.
Okay.
24% chance of making the playoffs.
That's crazy. They have 24%.
Have 11% chance of making the 7 seed. So that does what? Where's their other percent at?
Yeah,
I don't get it. But AFC seeding chances, they have an 11% chance of making that 7 seed. That's all they got. So I'm going to go with that. 11% chance on ESPN to make that 7 seed. It's hard to listen. Would you rather have Josh Allen and the Bills in the playoff, or Jake Browning and the Bengals, Russ and the Broncos, Kenny Pickett / Mitch Trubisky and the Steelers, CJ and the Texans? Okay, I can get that.
Maybe.
But Gardner Minshew and the Colts and Joe Flacco and the Browns. Who would you rather see in the playoffs?
Out of all those teams, Russ is cooking with the Broncos, but
you would rather see Russ and the Broncos?
No, they all cooking.
They are cooking.
But I want would be Buffalo.
Josh Allen and the Bills is the only thing they have played in such good playoffs games and just came up short. It would be a crime.
Oh, see, they're coming up short. That's their problem.
I know it's the
You
problem.
can't come up short.
If the Bills don't win this game, they have one more. That they still have the Cowboys next. Then, and it's in Buffalo. Then you got Justin Herbert. Not an easy game. I know that they're not playing well. Still not an easy game. Then you got Patriots who've already beat you. And then you got at the Dolphins to end the season. The only good news is Dolphins might have.
They might sit out playoffs.
They might have the 1 seed, and they definitely will have the division wrapped up by that point.
Yep.
That's the only bright side, that Dolphins might not play.
They might play for a tiebreaker, like who was it last year that was supposed to?
They possibly could. Denver, Denver Chargers. Loser of this game's completely out of the race. Winner of this game still has slim hopes. Denver has better hopes if they win it.
Yes.
Denver right now has, based off this, Chargers have a better chance of making the playoffs than Denver.
No, that's crazy.
That is crazy. But Russ is either going to rust the game, or Herbert and the Chargers are going to charge the game.
Oh, yeah. Whoever does the fourth quarter best.
I think it's going to be a sloppy game.
Sloppy game.
Yeah. But that's another big game for the AFC playoffs. There's 4 big AFC playoff games today.
Well, it's such a tight race for the playoffs in that.
It's
in
incredible.
the AFC.
I fucking love football, Squog.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Denver. I'm looking at Philadelphia, and I said Denver. Philly and Dallas. I think Dallas wins this game.
Good. They could. They have a lot of hope.
I think Dallas wins this game, and if Dallas wins this game, I think Dallas takes the division.
Do they?
Well, they're 9-3. Eagles are 10-2. They're gonna have a 3.
They have the same. They have the same division record.
They'll have the Dallas. Dallas will right now jump up because they'll have a 4-1 record, and Eagles will have a 3-1, so they'll have a better.
So yeah.
But I mean, I think that Dallas wins the division if they win this game. This is for the division. Dallas. I mean, Dallas still has the Bills. Dallas still has the Dolphins. And Dallas still has the Lions. So they have 3 games. They have 3 games that are going to be very, very tough after this. Bills, Dolphins, and Lions. So
yes,
they have to continue to win. Eagles end with Seahawks, Giants, Cardinals, Giants. So it favors the Eagles, but I think Dallas can win this game, Squad.
Yes, they can. If Dak keeps on playing like he's been at MVP caliber, they can easily win.
Yeah. The only problem is Dak's got to play MVP caliber the next 3 games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which he's been killing it this year. Not a lot of people hating on him this year.
We have 2 Monday night games, so for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Tennessee and Miami.
Yeah, that's not much of a game.
Miami wins.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we have Green Bay and New York.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to say about this squad, Jordan Love's been playing great football.
I know. I hate that.
It kills you to see it. Jordan Love's been playing great football. But,
I think it's just pitching wise.
But squad, why is this coming out? He's been playing great football, but I just he could lose this game in a primetime game against a defense that can play tough.
Yeah, Saquon.
Yeah.
Just give the ball to Saquon. That's the Giants.
I still think it's Miami Green Bay though.
Yes, I probably would. If I had a bet, yes.
And then the NFL blessed us with 2 bye weeks. We don't have to watch Arizona this week, and we don't have to watch Washington this week.
Yes. Not.
We got to end it in 2 ways, Squad. As
Well,
always.
first, because we haven't talked about what do you think about the college football? Who got?
Oh.
What do you think of the Final Four?
I think that Florida State at 13-0 should have made the playoffs.
Okay.
But it was. I think no. You know what I think? They should have made an emergency 18 playoff. That's what I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Alabama. You can't leave Alabama out.
Yeah.
You couldn't have left Alabama out necessarily. They beat the best team. Their loss was against another playoff team. Like you knocked off the number 1 team coming into it.
See, I think you could have because they should have lost to Auburn.
It says on they should have lost to Auburn. They didn't. They found a way to win that game somehow on a miracle. The thing about it is, it says that they have to take into factor what teams are bringing what to the playoff, and Florida State wasn't bringing a quarterback to the playoff, the most important position on the field.
Yeah, he got injured, and they didn't want to bring another TCU game of 65-7.
And that's what would have happened. You bring in Florida State, and they're going to get pounded by Michigan that first game.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't hate the decision, but there was really no right decision to make.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Also, I think Texas wins it all. I think it's going to be Texas.
Yeah. Of course, you're rooting for Texas.
I think
you're just happy they got in.
Yes. It fell perfectly into Texas's hands to make the playoffs. Squad.
Okay.
I'm going with my first pick.
Weddle.
KJ
Osborne.
A 26-year-old wide receiver in NFC.
Okay, in the NFC.
And smaller than 5'11".
Let's see if I can get it on the second try again. I don't know much of 26-year-olds. NFC. Chris Evans, no. What? How? No,
I want to say that's
29.
like maybe a year older than CeeDee Lamb. 2 years older than CeeDee Lamb. I don't think he's 26 yet.
I don't think he's 26 just yet. Let's see. Cooper's 30. I'm trying to think of a. Debo? No, Debo's not smaller than 5'11".
Yeah.
What's Ayuk? Let's just try Ayuk.
Westbrook-Ikene? He just plays for Tennessee.
He's AFC. That's what I thought.
Yeah. I'm going to go with DK.
DK? Okay.
DK was 25. Okay.
I said Ayuk.
Oh, well, you said Westbrook-Ayuk.
No, Westbrook-Ayuk. I just said Ayuk.
You said Westbrook-Ayuk.
Why would I say Westbrook-Ayuk?
That's what I was wondering. I don't even know how to spell Ayuk. Brandon. It's not Brandon Ayuk either. He's 25.
He's 25.
So we shouldn't have done it because it's an NFC West. But the number is 11.
Oh, yeah.
The number is 11. NFC South or NFC East? Number 11. You think South, I'll think East.
South.
Okay, it's not Cowboys.
Not Bucks. Not DJ Chalk? What does it see?
DJ Chark. Who does he play for?
Panthers.
It is not the NFC South or Chark. Okay. NFC East. The only team I haven't thought of yet.
Terry? No, he's too small.
He's 17.
Yeah.
Commanders.
Curtis Samuel.
Number 4.
No, well, he's
It's not anybody in the Cowboys because Parsons is 11.
Yeah.
Why can't I think Eagles? It's AJ Brown. Squad.
Yeah, AJ Brown. Yeah.
I couldn't think of the 4th team in there. Okay. Who do you got first for this one?
We'll go Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. It is a defender in the AFC. And he's shorter, younger. I'm going to go Campbell. Tyson Campbell for the Jags. He's a little older. He's not a corner, but he's 6'1", so it looks like he's a safety.
It looks like he's safety on linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker too. 6'1" linebacker.
So he's in the AFC, right?
Yeah.
Little older than, not in the south or north, so east or west. Who's in the west? Who's the middle linebacker for the Dolphins? I can't think of his name right now.
Jerome Baker.
Yeah, Jerome Baker.
It is AFC East linebacker. AFC East linebacker. Younger.
Ooh, no, never mind. No, he's too old.
You're probably thinking CJ Mosley. I don't know.
No, I was thinking Von Miller for a moment. I was like, wait, he's way too old.
I am stumped right now. We might have to give up because I'm gonna have to. I have to wrap up.
Oh, you have to. Hold on. Let's see. It's not Miami, so you got the Dolphins. Who's the Bills?
Let's just do this. Milano. He's on the Bills.
I can't think of the middle linebacker right now because it's not Tremaine Edmonds or whatever it is anymore. White? No.
I think it's the. He's been playing well. I think it's his last name's Bernard. If I'm not. Bernard. Is it Terrell Bernard? It is.
All
right.
Good job.
And then our last game. Actually, we're gonna have to cut it. I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Wow. Thank you guys for hanging out. Someone hung out with us at least the whole time. We'll get this on Spotify. Happy football. We are back. We'll be back.
Let's go.